Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video. It is a new month, which means new challenges, so I have a triple challenge for you guys today. This first part is from the Scaptacular Cropping Club to do a banner design. The second part is from Mercy Tiara's 27-day Scrappy challenge. This is Helen's challenge, which is to use text in some kind of way, either or all, wood veneer, chipboard, acrylic, glitter in some kind of way, and then either twine or ribbon, something like that. And then also the Take 5 challenge from Paper Issues, which you saw that list with everything I decided to use from there. So I'm starting off with the design portion like I usually do. So I'm just trying to create a banner using my photos, and then I'll go in and start adding paper bits and all of that stuff. I sped this first part up a lot. It will slow down, but I didn't want you like getting bored with me trying to adjust all the sizes of these photos. I had to fidget a lot with them. So that they would span across the page properly. But this was part of our Texas trip. I am on the last day of our Texas trip, so Texas pages will be over soon. So this was when we visited the Texas Capitol. That big photo there is looking up into the dome of the Capitol, which was super pretty. There's also these two statues on either side when you first walk in. And then the other, that smaller photo that I cut down is President Bush, the junior. I know senior just passed away, sadly, so it's kind of weird that I just happen to be doing this page of his son. But yeah, so it had all of the Texas governor's photos in the center portion, so I just took a picture of his. But I'm just matting all of those on some pattern papers, and I'm just trying to, I know I kind of wanted this design, that's the only way it really fit on the page. I just knew I didn't want it to go straight across. I thought having this curve really added some interest, so I'm just trying to space those out properly before I do anything else. So now I'm just going through the cut aparts trying to decide. I just know I want to cut a lot of other banners to tuck up around these photos, so I'm just trying to pick out what scraps I can use for that. This is the Die Cuts with the Peachy Evergreen. I use this one a lot. This is a well-loved collection. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I'm out of it. But yeah, you'll see me just piece some pieces together. So the next part I do after I kind of have my banner in place is I start thinking about Mercy Tiara's 27-day challenge. So I'm trying to make sure I'm incorporating all of the pieces of the recipe. So the text portion, I use that background paper which has a scripty font across the entire thing. I will pull in some chipboard, and then I was going to use either wood veneer or chipboard, but then I guess I forgot I used chipboard, so I added wood veneer, and then I realized I had both, so I just left both of them. They were fine. Glitter, which I already know I'm going to use the Thickers and Fitzgerald Glittery Gold. And then I also am using twine for the banner portion, so I'm getting that together now. I'm trying to roll out all of the all of the rolls because it has to be kind of straight, so I was just trying to roll it out in my hand so it wasn't so twisty. But I'm just taking some glue where I'm going to have it, and I'm just going to glue it straight down to the top of all those photos. That's just some Martha Stewart white glue that's in that fine liner bottle. It's nothing special. There we go. So now I'm just going back to adding more. But by the time I got to the Paper Issues challenge, I had already used 4 things from the list. So I really only needed to use one more thing for the Take 5 challenge. But I thought it was too easy, so I ended up doing 7. I think I used 7 total from the list instead of 5, just because I had already used 4 of them doing Mercy Tiara's challenge. So yeah, but I just put that chipboard smile banner down, and I'm just trying to use up some of my Texas embellishments. Since this is the last day in Texas, I only have a few more pages left for this trip. And it's the only time I've been to Texas. Don't know if I'll be back, so I want to make sure I use all of the Texas stuff. I loved Texas. It's one of the few places. I live in Georgia. I love Georgia. I don't ever want to leave. I enjoy visiting other places, but there's never been a place where I would be like, I would be happy if I could live here forever. Texas, though, gave me a run for my money. I loved Texas. So here I'm going with those wood veneer flowers. I'm just going to space them out like that. I was having issues. I was trying to decide how I was going to stick them to the page. I thought I was just going to glue them down, but it's going over that twine. So I was worried that it wouldn't hold very well, or after the glue dried, it would fall off if it was hit a wrong way. So what I'm doing, I'm sorry I'm off screen, I'm just cutting some adhesive foam into itty bitty little bits and putting it on the back of the flower petals so that it has some dimension, and it's just going over the twine. That way it's adhered on either side and it's not going to fall off. But yeah, I do this, and as soon as I get that down, I'm like, oh my gosh, I already used chipboard. I didn't have to use the wood veneer flowers, because that's the only reason I pulled it in, was for that challenge. But it's fine. I'm glad I have both. I like how it ended up looking. It just added an extra texture, but I was not paying attention. So those are those stickers. That's Fitzgerald. So that pulled in the gold element I needed for Mercy Tiara's recipe challenge, and gold was also one of the Take 5 elements, so I have that taken care of there. I finished one of the sheets, or I had it down to the bare bits, so I just consolidated those stickers just then. And I knew I didn't want the gold just in that one spot, so I either was thinking I needed to split up the title, which I didn't want to do, or have that thicker somewhere else. So I just put the date in the bottom right hand corner in the same thicker so that it was brought into another area. And then the banners were still looking too plain, so I'm going back with vellum to cut some more banners to go in the background. I think that really helps with the layering without overdoing it. I think banner type designs are one of those things that you could just keep adding and keep adding and keep adding, and it would only look better. I honestly, by the time this is done, wish I could have added more, but I was just stuck at that point, and I was happy with what I had. But Desiree shared a lot of banner designed layouts as inspiration, and all my favorite ones were the ones that were just piled on with all these different types of textures and embellishments, and I loved those, so I was trying to go in that direction. There we go. I guess I'll go ahead and read off what I used for the Take 5. So I used gold, I used chipboard, I used banners, obviously. I used stickers. Those were those Texas stickers that I used. Wood bits. I used those flower wood veneers, patterned paper. And I also used stripes. There was one striped paper that was one banner. So I don't know if you want to count that or not, because there was only one little bit. But yeah, that covered that challenge, so I'm taking it. I think I'm almost done. I'm just trying to see where I can squeeze in any more little layers. I don't know where I went. Still trying to add. I really liked that dark floral that was between the second and third picture, but that's the only place I had it, so I did go and find a cut apart that had that same pattern paper, so I was just going to pull that into a few other areas so there wasn't just one banner that was darker than the rest of them. I really love the color combinations that are in this collection, though. I could probably have a whole playlist of the Peachy Evergreen collection. But I'm just going back. I just wanted one more embellishment, something else to bring in that gold, so it looked like it really belonged. So I'm just using those DIY shop gold glitter enamel dots. But that is it. There's my banner design. I had a lot of fun with this one. I love recipe challenges. I love the banner designs, so it was a lot of fun. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.